Jeff Duyck and his brother Dave are modifying this combine tractor, but they don't intend to harvest any wheat.
We're taking these derelict combines and we're reinforcing them so that we can go out and crash and bang them together and have some fun.
I'll show a bit more of that sheet metal off of there so it sits down.
They're preparing for the 25th annual Combine Derby. It happens every summer in Banks, Oregon.
Kind of like a destruction derby, car destruction derby, but we just do it with bigger toys.
Dave started the competition back in 2000. Back then, there were only 5 contestants, but each year it grew more popular.
The annual Combine Demolition Derby. Highlight of the weekend.
A generation later, it's a bona fide tradition. It'll be Jeff's second year in the Derby. He's making sure his combine's ready to take a beating by reinforcing it with metal plates. His wife Candace is also participating in the competition. It'll be her first time.
I've watched a whole bunch of years, so it's one of those things where I'm gonna do it.
She's also making history, at least in Banks. She'll be the first woman to compete since the Derby started 25 years ago.
Pretty.
That's pretty cool. I used to watch Wonder Woman when I was a kid growing up and everything, and the kids love the superheroes. Turn it a little bit.
This is your forward and back.
Okay.
Hydrostatic. And go out there and practice with your turning brakes, doing some spins.
So I haven't been in a tractor or a combine in a long time, so I need to run out here and spin some cookies in the field before I head down the road, make sure it's good to go.
They're just outdated. You can't afford to run them anymore, and so we make toys out of them.
In the 1940s, the country was growing, and so was the demand for grain.
It's a friendly sound when the motor whirs.
Farmers needed a way to harvest a lot of it, fast. Enter the self-propelled combine, a machine that, well, combined multiple jobs in one pass: reaping, threshing, and winnowing. But like all machines, they eventually become outdated. So instead of collecting dust in a shed, they get a second life, smashing into each other.
We're in Banks, Oregon, of course. Tractor pull, truck pull, just a big happening, big family weekend.
All we got for seconds.
They really go just full bore, and it's just a great day.
There, everyone needs to wear a yellow vest. Drivers all have signal helmets, 410.
Okay.
And, you know, it's a 2-minute heat. Do some good head-ons. Don't run over a flagger.
I just can't wait to get out there today and just have some fun. We're all geared up to smash and crash and get her done.
The Derby has 3 rounds, or heats. The first 2 each pit 4 combines against one another. The final round is a free-for-all, with whatever machines are still running. The last combine moving is usually the winner.
How you doing there, man?
Good. So you driving?
Just that little green one there?
Oh,
And she's driving the big orange one?
oh, Lord have mercy.
I'm gonna be in the first heat of 4. She's gonna be in the second heat of 4. Hopefully, our 2 are the only ones running after all those. And then it'll be marriage counseling on the track.
Yeah, whatever.
Fire up your engine. Get her done. Got him.
Oh, Jeff, don't take out the front tire.
Yeah! I love it! Too much fun. Did I sustain any damage?
I don't think you did.
Yeah, we're in good shape.
Going to be something. We got Wonder Woman. Who wants Wonder Woman? Pulled by Candace. And then the Silver Bullet, a 3-time winner here at the Fence Combine Demolition Derby.
Oh, there we go.
The second heat just finished. Unfortunately for Candace, her front tire's valve stem snapped.
Does that mean I'm out? I can't run it anymore
Can't
then.
run anymore, you have a flat tire.
Without a working front tire, her combine is basically done.
You know, if I had a spare here, that would have solved my problem today.
Yep.
But no, I don't have one. So it's all good. I'll be back next year to show these boys how it's done.
Jeff had better luck. His combine's damage is mostly cosmetic. And luckily for him, no one's judging on presentation. At this point, the field is littered with scrap metal, shredded tires, and unidentifiable parts, and the combines look like they've been through a war zone. But the competition presses on. When the dust settles, there are only 2 combines still running, Jeff's being one of them. The announcers turn the decision over to the crowd. In only his second Combine Derby, Jeff takes home the win.
Jeff, you won.
I did.
How's it feel?
Well, better than last year. I got second.
That's right. What's going to happen next year?
We're going to come back and do it again. Well, that way. There we go.
There we go.
Now that the competition's over, the contestants focus on getting the combines off the field and back home, so they can fix them up for next year.
That's a strategy, is to take out the back end so they can't steer or they can't move. Didn't take names, I just stopped them all.
I mean, I had no idea what kind of an adrenaline rush it would be until you're in that seat.
You can call the Combine Derby chaotic, reckless, or downright absurd. But Jeff and Candace just call it fun.
Yeah, it's as fun as it looks. Absolutely.
It's more fun.